channel. This is Inner Voice Whispers. Thank you so much for stopping by again. My name is Zendaya, and today we are going to discuss hairstyles. Suppose your twist out no longer looks like a twist out, and suppose you don't actually feel like going through the whole entire process of retwisting your hair and letting it set. Suppose you don't really even feel like being bothered with your hair. Well, if that's you, you're going to want to check this out because I have a few great throwback hairstyles that makes everything look deliberate, stylish, and on point. So keep watching. As you can see, my hair has lost a lot of its twist definition. For the most part, it's frizzy, even though there are still some chunks of twist in there that I can separate to probably make it look more defined. But we are going to style this in a few great throwback looks. And what you'll need today is some pins, a hairband, and some water to spray for your hair, because if it's dry, water is your friend. So let's get started. So this is actually one of my favorite hairstyles that I like to wear. So I was born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, very influenced by the hair and some of the styles that were around back then. So this one is like a favorite throwback. So you can do this one with a bang, which I love bangs on me, so I prefer to do bangs. You can do that with a bang, or you can do it without a bang. You just move the hair tie over all the way on one side, and then zhuzh everything to look right. So I like to have it long in the back. You have to have a hairband that will stretch appropriately. I've tried this with new hairbands, and the only thing that it does is give me a headache because it's too tight. This one has been worn and stretched, so it's actually works better. So you can wear it like this, or you can wear it a little bit more to the side if you prefer that. And then you can just have it all on one side, which for me, the only time I ever do that is depending if the back is more frizzier than I want it to be. And then I just kind of tuck that away and it kind of hides out and put it on one side. Now we are going to work on a high side pony. So for me, that never gets old. There are actually two different versions to this hairstyle. Both are very similar, but one just has a more relaxed look. This first version you see is typically how I wear my hair whenever I wear my hair up and to the side. However, sometimes I want my hair to have that more deliberate ponytail style, and that's what I'm going to show you in the final look here. By the way, if you're still watching and you haven't yet, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to try adding another band around this to make it a little bit tighter. So this is also another style that I do wear, but I'm going to try to make the ponytail a little bit tighter and a little bit more like a pony. So I'm giving it a little bit more height by adding this band above the other one. There we go. I'm going to pull the hair on the sides so there's no lumps that those ponytails tend to get. So now this ponytail has more height, and we will scoot the hair over to the side to give it that side pony look and tweak it just a bit. This is the final look right here. If you want your hair to look more slicked down and smooth, you can always add some product, add some water, brush it, and lay it down with the scarf. This will help your hair look neat and finished. Now we're going to move into look number 3. The only thing that you need to do is just decide how much hair you want up and how much you want down. The best way to decide that is to decide how full you want your hair to look. Depending how thick or thin your hair is might depend how much hair you put up and how much you leave down. With my hair, I left more down than up, and what I'm just going to do is just to continue to play with it and make the hair look fuller by running my fingers through it. Keep in mind that it's important to give your hair a light spritz of water if your hair is dry. This is important because it allows you to hydrate your hair as well as help manipulate your hair into the style that you need it to be in. It's easier to run your hands through hair that's hydrated than hair that's dry. You don't want it breaking. You haven't seen me spray my hair yet because I'm doing various styles. I don't want to keep spraying my hair and have my curls return to its natural afro state before I get to my last look. So the one thing I like about this hairstyle is that it definitely has a more youthful feel to it without trying to be too youthful. And side ponies always give that throwback vibe. Plus, it has a little bit of a mullet vibe going to it. And of course, bangs. Can't go wrong with bangs. So this is style number 3. This last look we're going to do is going to be a fro hawk. So I am going to need more of these. And you're going to want these, maybe 3 or 4 of them, depending on how much hair you actually have. I'm going to be using 4. My daughter only used 3, so it just depends on how much hair you have. And you can put much more in there if you like to give it a more spiky look, but I'm just going to use 4. All right. have it sectioned off into 4 parts, and they're all pretty much even. You could definitely throw more in there if you want to make your balls a little bit smaller, but right now we are just going to go for this. So I use a little water on the edges to lay it down a bit. Product is always great for laying things down, but I'm not really feeling like product today. I need to move this out of the way because it wants to join the other pony. That is not good. Okay. I did end up needing to use these hair clips or these hair clamps. It was very convenient to use them because they helped with the process a lot. I needed to keep the sections of my hair separated, and this helped with that. This would actually get on my nerves, so I'm going to try another way to hide this, to heighten this piece. That is much better. Once you get the front to look the way you want it to look, whether it's further down on your forehead or higher up, then you would just go through the process of filling in the gaps. You'll check the right side of your head and the left side of your head and make sure that there's no hair that's out of place or that it doesn't look uneven. I didn't use anything to slick it back but water, so there are some edges right here that can be played with. So I'm just going to pull those down, and I'm going to give it a little water. And there we have it. So this is the hairstyle that does take the longest, but it'll stay for a few days. Now I'm just completing the look by adding a little bit of makeup to add to the style. Also, keep in mind that you can wear this hairstyle for many days. I tend to keep mine looking fresh by wrapping it at night. Once it starts getting a little worn, it's good to accessorize it with scarves or whatever else you might have on hand to keep it looking trendy. Whenever I wear a throwback hairstyle, I really like to just wear one earring to kind of complete the look and channel that vibe. And that is it. This is the final look of the Frohawk. Again, thank you so much for coming by and watching, and I will see you in the next video.